The Murfreesboro Building and Codes Department was created in 1985 to provide for the protection and welfare of the citizens of Murfreesboro where building safety is concerned. The department is charged with the responsibility of enforcing nationally recognized construction standards for all new construction, renovations and additions, and with enforcing minimum property maintenance standards. Inspection personnel are trained and certified by the state of Tennessee and strive to provide efficient and responsive service to the citizens of Murfreesboro. Noise. The Murfreesboro Noise Ordinance prohibits playing a radio, CD player, or tape cassette player on public or private property so that it can be heard beyond the property line of the person utilizing such equipment. This provision can be enforced for daytime use as well as nighttime use. In addition, musical instruments, live bands, loudspeakers, or sound equipment that is audible more than 50 feet from a building where such equipment is located is not permitted from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Violators of this ordinance can be cited to City Court. Please contact the Police Department at 893-1311 for noise complaints. Parking. All homes in your subdivision have driveways for parking vehicles. Avoid parking cars on the grass. Prolonged parking of cars on grass can cause ruts in the yard, and mud can also be tracked into the street, creating a possible safety hazard. It can also be harmful to underground utility lines. Unless posted otherwise, on-street parking is permitted provided you do not block traffic, park towards opposing traffic, park within 5 feet of driveways or within 15 feet of mailboxes or fire hydrants. In addition, vehicles over 18,000 pounds gross weight or any trailer or semi-trailer, whether or not attached to a tractor, are not permitted to park in any street from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. except those vehicles that are engaged in loading or unloading their cargo. Please contact the Building and Codes Department for lawn parking, 893-3750, and contact the Police Department for on-street parking complaints, 893-1311. Number of persons living in a home. The Murfreesboro zoning ordinance does not allow more than 4 unrelated persons to occupy a single-family home. According to the zoning ordinance, the definition of a family includes, in addition to customary domestic servants, either A, an individual or 2 or more persons related by blood, marriage, or adoption, maintaining a common household in a dwelling unit, or B, a group of not more than 4 persons who are not related by blood, marriage, or adoption, living together as a common household in a dwelling unit, or C, a group of not more than 8 unrelated mentally retarded or physically handicapped persons, which include 2 additional persons acting as house parents or guardians, who need not be related to each other, or any of the mentally retarded or physically handicapped persons in the group. Please contact the Planning Department at 893-6441 if you have any questions about these zoning issues. Garbage pickup. The Solid Waste Department collects garbage from residential areas once a week. Contact the Solid Waste Department for your trash pickup day. The Solid Waste Department recommends that you place your garbage container at the curb the night before or prior to 7 a.m. the day of pickup. The city ordinance requires you to remove the garbage container from the front yard on the same day as trash pickup. Leaving trash containers at the curb is unsightly and possibly dangerous. You may want to ask your neighbor to help out in getting your container back off the street if you won't be home on the evening of trash pickup. In addition, if you forget to place your garbage at the curb, it is possible to bring your garbage to the city's convenience center located at 648 West Main Street. Failure to comply with this ordinance can result in a citation to City Court. The garbage trucks can remove larger items such as chairs or couches. However, you should call the Solid Waste Department ahead of time to arrange for a pickup time. These items should not be left at the curb for extended periods of time or over a weekend. In addition, the Solid Waste Department is responsible for brush pickup. The Solid Waste Department can be reached at 893-3681, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Weeds and tall grass. Please keep your lawn cut. It is unlawful to allow weeds to grow and grass to grow in excess of 12 inches in height. If you are a tenant and under your lease you are not responsible for cutting your lawn, please contact the responsible party, i.e. the landlord, if your grass becomes excessively high. Rubbish and refuse. Please keep your yard free of rubbish, refuse, vegetation, trash, or garbage. The city ordinance prohibits the accumulation of such items as glass, cans, boxes, paper, cartons, plastics, metal, discarded appliances, furniture, building materials, tree branches, yard trimmings, etc. Indoor furniture is not allowed on the porch or in the yard. Inoperable or unlicensed vehicles. Please do not keep or store an inoperable or unlicensed vehicle in your yard. The city ordinance prohibits the storage of any such vehicles in your yard. If you have an inoperable vehicle you are repairing, it must be kept in your garage. Failure to comply with these property maintenance laws can result in a citation to city court. Contact the Building and Codes Department for property maintenance questions at 893-3750. Home occupations. Home occupations are permitted in residential areas. However, there are a number of guidelines that must be met in order to qualify for approval. If you have a home occupation or are considering starting one, please contact the Planning Department at 893-6441 so that you can discuss your situation. Yard sales and temporary uses. The Murfreesboro zoning ordinance allows residents to have up to 4 one-day yard sales in any calendar year. These days may be used at one time or over the course of a year. For example, a person may have 4 one-day events or 2 two-day events. Excessive yard sales may constitute commercial activity and are not permitted in residential areas. Violations. Costs for a citation to city court include court costs of $113.50 for traffic tickets, $111.50 for misdemeanors, and $32.75 for parking violations, plus any additional fines assigned by the judge. A violation of the Murfreesboro zoning ordinance is punishable by up to a $50 fine. Each day's continuance of violation shall be considered a separate offense. In addition, any person who may have knowingly assisted in the violation of the ordinance may also be liable and fined. Street and signs. The Street and Sign Department is in charge of mowing the grass in the city right-of-way, removal of litter on the major right-of-way, clearing the streets of ice, snow and leaf collection. Please remember the following tips regarding leaf collection. Rake your leaves curbside as soon as possible. Rake your leaves in windrows not exceeding 2 feet in depth. Do not place leaves more than 5 feet from the curb or shoulder. Do not block storm drain inlets. Do not mix tree limbs or stumps, metal, lumber, or any other debris with the leaves. The street department is also responsible for paving streets, pavement repairs, and issuance of right-of-way construction permits, maintenance of storm drainage, and fabrication and installation of regulatory warning and guide signs. The City of Murfreesboro Street Department may be contacted at 893-4380. List of important numbers. The following is a list of city departments that you can contact if you have any questions regarding the information in this video. For emergencies, dial 911. For non-emergencies, please call the following numbers. Fire Department, 893-1422. For noise issues, contact the Police Department at 893-1311. For zoning issues, contact the Planning Department at 893-6441. For property maintenance issues, contact the Building and Codes Department at 893-3750. For garbage collection issues, contact the Solid Waste Department at 893-3681. For the Street and Sign Department, call them at 893-4380. In addition to these numbers, additional information on these departments can be found online at our website, murfreesborotn.gov. If you have any suggestions on how we can improve our service to you, please contact the Building and Codes Department at 893-3750 or visit us at our website at murfreesborotn.gov.